Hello YouTube, I just wanted to have sort of a preamble before my video because this video is about making butterswim biscuits. And there are several times in this thing I keep on saying butterswim pancakes. I'm not really sure why I do it. It just happens. It's morning time. I think I was thinking about making pancakes, but I can't believe it. I keep on coming up with butterswim pancakes. But anyway, it's about butterswim biscuits, and it's a really good recipe, so just stand by and hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Good morning, YouTube. Today we are making butterswim pancakes. I just can't believe it. It's butterswim biscuits. I don't know where that came from. Personally, my favorite recipe. This is so simple, you'll love doing it. So stand by. First thing we'll need to do is melt down 1 stick of butter. And also the heat on the oven has to be 450 degrees. It's a high heat, but these things come out so well. Let's turn the light on for this. Let's start melting that butter. By the way, it takes 1 stick of butter, quarter pound. And now we're going to mix up the dry ingredients. By the way, I know most of y'all have one of these, but in case you don't, this is a really good idea. I just got a binder from Staples, and I got these plastic inserts. And whenever I run across a recipe on the internet, I just print it out and put it in here so I always have it. Try to categorize them a little bit by breads and soups and chilies and stuff. In fact, this is a recipe I got off the internet for these butterswim pancakes. And yet again, butterswim biscuits. That's what it is. Thank you. Unfortunately, I don't know who put it out. There's no name on it. It's been so long since I've had this that. But whoever it was, thank you very much. Let that melt up. Once this butter's all melted, we're just going to put it right inside this 9x9 Pyrex cake pan. My go-to dish for a lot of stuff. Okay, now to get ready for the dry ingredients for the biscuits. We need 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. Oh shoot, forgot to put my apron on. Whenever you're dealing with flour, you gotta have an apron. And as you can see, that butter is melting away and is just about done. I think we're just gonna put it right inside this pan here now. Yeah, that's totally melted. Pour it all in there. We are good to go. Okay, first ingredient, 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. You know what? And I forgot something. I need about 1.5 cups of buttermilk. And you know what? We don't have any buttermilk, so we're gonna make some real quick. What we're gonna do to make some buttermilk is just take 1.5 cups of normal milk. Well, it's no more as milk gets today. and about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And let it sit for a few minutes. And that will pretty much turn it into buttermilk. So we're going to take a slight detour for a second. So we got a cup and a half of buttermilk substitute there, and 2.5 cups of flour in this bowl. And we still need 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 4 teaspoons of sugar. One, 2, 3, 4. And sugar. It's just easier than fiddling around with a paper bag all the time and the sugar doesn't get all clumpy and stuff. Keeps it nice and dry. I believe we've got 2 teaspoons of salt coming up. But whenever I have ingredients like this, instead of using a sifter, I'll just use a whisk and whisk it up really good so everything gets mixed up, that baking powder and salt and sugar and stuff. It works out pretty good. Alrighty. So we have our dry ingredients all mixed with the whisk. And that is 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 4 teaspoons of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of salt. And right next to it, we also have the 1 stick of butter that's totally melted and poured inside this plexiglass 9x9 inch pan. So we're good to go to mix everything up. Perfect timing, the timer on the stove, heat on the stove just came up to heat. And you really don't have to mix this up too much. Pretty well does it here. Basically what we're going to do is drop this into this pan by spoonfuls. I've seen some people drop this in like cake batter and just smooth it out, but I like it by the spoonful. It sort of separates the biscuits. Okay, so this is basically what it looks like when you've dipped all this biscuit dough into the butter, and we'll see it as soon as it's done in the oven. I'm putting it in right now. See what it looks like as soon as we get it done in the oven. And this has to bake for 20 to 25 minutes, so we'll put it on for 20 and check it at that point. And we'll see you back here then when the timer goes off. Okay, the buzzer just went off and we're all ready to get this out of the oven. Wow, look at those. Oh. Look at that. Look at that, how that butter is just bubbling up around those biscuits. That is going to be so good. Now just look and see how that butter is just bubbling up in that pan. All of that butter is going to be absorbed in those biscuits, and it is going to taste so good. Now you can definitely see why I dropped the biscuits in there like I did. Some people like put the dough in there like cake batter, and they've got to cut it up like a cake. And these biscuits will pretty much come out as biscuits. You can see the definite lines where they are 9 separate biscuits. But anyway, yeah, this butter will be all absorbed. These taste so good. And I love cutting them in half the next day and putting them in the toaster with some jam and stuff. They are so good. Anyway, let's let them cool down. We'll see how they taste. Alrighty. These are cooled down right here, and let's see how they cut up. These smell so good. Unbelievable. You don't even need to add any butter to these. Look at that. Perfect. Let me just get some jam here. We'll get it just right. Some strawberry preserves. Now that's a biscuit. Perfect. Hey guys, thank you for coming by today and watching me make some butter swim biscuits. These are so good. You got to give this recipe a try. I'll put the recipe down in the description so you can make them yourself. Anyway, if you like what you saw today, hit the subscribe button and that like button, and we'll try to put out some more excellent, outstanding recipes. Thank you again, and see you next time. Bye now. And this episode is brought to you by Loki and Lux. The 2 dogs who definitely can't seem to get enough sleep.